I don't know anything about beauty pageants. The only thing that I ever really heard about them was from Delta Burke. And she'd won, I don't know, 150 beauty pageants, and she would tell me funny stories about. It wasn't anything more. This isn't any more ludicrous than what she told me. I don't think they either one know what love means. I think that probably, you know, I don't even know if they see each other really during the day. They don't. I think Gladys goes off and shops for her and brings the clothes back, and she goes upstairs and tries them on, and she may parade around for her a little bit, and she goes, that's good, that's out, in, good, all right, good, bye, all right, good. I think she's so aloof to what's going on around her that I don't think she even notices that she has a daughter. How does one describe this movie? It's a wild ride through beauty land. That's how I describe it.
Kirsten, the divine, adorable, lovely, multi-talented Kirsten Dunst plays the good girl, the pretty girl, the talented girl, the girl who deserves to win. And she doesn't. And she has a very supportive, loving mom who might be a little off. You know, might not be what we would consider a good mother on the outside, certainly, but they're kind of the ones with heart. They love each other. I guess I laughed at the characters. You know, I think the script is very kind of character heavy, and the situations are hilarious, and it's funny and human in its kind of extreme way. We were told to just play the truth of the situation and that the jokes were there. And I think that, you know, Kirsten is a even though she's only 16 years old, she's very experienced, and Kirstie Alley certainly, you know, knows how to do comedy. And I think we were all, you know, that was the direction everybody was going, just play the situation and be these people and not go for the kind of broad approach to it. I mean, the situations themselves are very broad. Me spending, you know, part of the time with a hook in my hand and the other part with a beer can fused to my arm is a very extreme situation, so there's no need to kind of add to it.
Well, to Amber, the pageant is like her way of getting out of this small town, Mount Rose. And she just, you know, she wants to be like Diane Sawyer and grow up like her. And, you know, this is the only way that she can get out from being like a trailer park girl, you know? And she wants to become like Diane Sawyer, and she has such higher aspirations and dreams. And the pageant's kind of her only chance to get out of that. Amber always looks at things from the good perspective. Like, I have this one scene where I'm saying to the camera, to the documentary crew, I'm like, yeah, I'm lucky I have an after-school job where I can practice my talent, because she can tap dance on the floor. It's like, it's really easy for her to do that because it's, you know, not carpeting or anything on the floor. So she always looks at things, you know, the good perspective, which is nice about Amber. But, I mean, she always gets bad stuff thrown her way, and always, you know, fate goes her way. I think, well, basically Michael, who is our dialect coach, he's like, you know, you have to round your O's, and it's a very relaxed way of speaking. It's just like, you know, oh yeah, I went down there the other day to town or whatever, to the town, and it's just very relaxed, and it just like kind of flows, and you don't really have to worry about pronouncing things clearly or anything like that. It just runs together, and it's, you know, and O's and ahs and everything. It's just certain things are pronounced certain ways, but it's not that hard.
I don't have a dialect in this, and I was really bummed about it. They decided that they wanted my character to be a little more refined than the other characters. Like, she's been preparing to be a beauty queen her whole life. She got rid of her dialect, took singing and dancing lessons and that sort of thing, and her mother didn't want her to, I forgot the line Kirstie has in this. We want our daughter to sound like she's from nowhere or something like that. It would be better. So that's why I don't have an accent in it. You just have to look at the script, look at what the character's doing, and try and be as truthful with it as possible. And, I mean, Lana wrote an amazing script. It is the funniest script I've ever read. So the writing is right on the page. So it's better to just keep it more straight and more subtle, because there's so much humor in it. My character, Becky, has been conditioned since she was a little girl to become a beauty queen. And when you meet her mother in the film, you know why she's the way she is. I mean, she wants to be the best, and she wants it all, and she'll do anything to have it all. But she's justified because it's something she's been conditioned to do. I was really looking for a comedy, and this, like I say, you've read the script, it's hilarious. And I'm in great company with the other actresses, and Michael's great, and Lana, so it just all came together, and I'm really excited about it. She's a fun character to play. Becky hates everyone. She wants to be the best, so she's threatened by Amber, and that's her competition, and she knows it. So she just doesn't like her, and she'll do anything to win.
We had a lot of trouble, you know, legally coming up with a name for the pageant, because every single one of them has actually been taken. Like every combination of American, Junior, Miss, Teenage, Queen, Princess, it's all been taken. And we got to the point where we were writing out names that sounded really like, Teenage American, like Teenage American Junior Miss whatever, Miss Happy, like ridiculous things that sounded like they were translated from the Japanese, and you'd be like, oh, that's stupid. No one, no one's gonna believe that's the real name of a pageant. And then we'd find out that somebody had already named a pageant that anyway. So, it like the level of like absurdity, the sheer volume of absurdity in beauty pageants is, is just overwhelming. And we're trying to capture all of it and cram it into an hour and a half. I mean, you don't try and parody a beauty pageant. It's just impossible. All you can do is approach it in the most truthful sort of way that you can. And, the thing that I've been telling, all the girls, all the pageant girls, is you don't have to make this funny. What you have to be is true to your character. And if you just do that, this is going to be, people are still going to think it's too absurd, Each of these girls wants to be a success. And in order to be a success, regardless of whether it's in a small town pageant or on a much larger stage, you've got to be ruthless. That's it. The only other way to do it is to just get lucky. It's like you can be the most talented anything in a small town, but unless you had like a serious drive and ambition and sort of stepped on somebody's neck to get up, you're not going anywhere. And that's, I think that's sort of just a truth of success in America that's reflected in the movie more than just, not just beauty pageants, anything.